And here we are. It's gonna be Frostline Ladder Edition. In the bottom left, we do see... Oops. There we go. Shin. And in the top right, it is Creator, arguably one of the best, or maybe even the best PvZ player in the world. Let's see what he has prepared for us. And there's Sweet Monday Cup here. Sneaky drone. Sneaky drone. What is he gonna make? Proxy hatchery? So approach looking very clearly here from Shin. He does not want Creator to play his own game. So he's gonna throw down a fast drone here. And yeah, this is already a big investment, because if you look at this, he's already mining way more. Just from this drone being not on the minerals. Now, probe is gonna go across the map here. Of course, like, hatcheries are cheaper now, guys. I think they're like 25 minerals cheaper, right? So, there you go. He can already make it. And he's gonna make it. And wow, that's a lot of probes. That's more than the 4 we usually see. It's 6 actually. We will break this down. I wonder if we're gonna see an evolution chamber being put up here. There we go. Evolution chamber on the way here. Does he have enough firepower? He brought... what? 1 more probe? 7 probes now? No, those do have actually enough damage to cancel that one out. And the drone has to evacuate. Gonna block the gas with the probe here. Actually gonna build it, so no gas steal. And yeah, early pressure has already been thrown off, but that's all he wanted to do with this. And yeah. It's like with stock market, kind of, right? You invest. Like, Shin invested money here and here. And here. And then now he gets the return. He gets to reap the return. Like, you invest 100 minerals and you get 300 back. It's a good investment. Third base on the way. Everything looking good here. Speed on the way. And finally the first adept is gonna crawl across the map here. Stalker's gonna stay at home. Twilight Council, no Oracle opening, so already going new ways here. Creator has been someone who's been liking adept openings from time to time in this matchup. We're gonna see what he wants to do with this Twilight opening. And it's gonna be a Robo. Rather quickly behind this. So this is going to be 1 gate Twilight Robo. Very, very fast teching here. After the, of course, the very much delayed natural. No, Shade is not going to finish here. There's 8 links waiting for him in the main base. 10 more links on the way here. That's a lot. And there we go. Glaives. Apparently the way to go here. Second gateway on the way. Now, Shin is making like 20 links-ish to try and cancel the third. But there's no third attempted yet. Even, so what's it gonna be, Creator? Is it gonna be a 2-base push? He does of course know there's no third base yet on the way, but I mean, he's not gonna break down the wall. You can already make buildings behind this if you want to. There's not gonna be a baneling nest. Oh, the adept just finished up and the links still slip through. He's gonna kill 2 of the adepts. Yeah, he has a ton of links here. Now, the only link that slipped through was killed. Another nice warp in, but it's actually not in place. Now, he's going to go for the Stalker first, and he's going to split off his links. He does not want to trade against another adept in that wall. He rather wants to see what's going on in Protest Town, and he's going to get a full scout. Sees everything, literally. Except for that last pylon. Now he's going to find the pylon as well. And he knows that he needs to defend because there's a prism. There's adepts, there's a spinning Twilight Council that can only mean adept glaives with a prism warp in point and 4 gateways, of course. So a 4-gate adept all in, or kind of all in. No transition inside. We now see the Nexus actually going down here, so I'm gonna play this as a pressure build. Is he gonna finish this one? No, but now he needs to bring over his adepts manually and until he finally can warp in another round. And the queen's already in position. This is kind of looking already defended here from Shin. Shade again, not gonna finish. It's really not costing Shin that much. I mean, it's keeping him on low drone counts, but honestly, maybe he wanted to go with a push himself all along anyways. And the adepts are not gonna be great in a defensive setup, I think. Kind of have to wait and see. There's gonna be sentries though. But, of course, there's already Ravagers here. For a Zerg player. Now he's gonna go into a lair, he's gonna make some extra drones, and he's not gonna go for any all-in with these swords. But he does have a big army. He could, if they meet up out on the map, Shin should win the fight. But if the Zerg is not going to come to attack you with his army, that's kind of where you want to have the Zerg, right? As the Protoss. You play a pressure, the Zerg over defense, and you don't even lose your army. Even if you don't get the drone kills, you already kind of forced him to make so many units so he doesn't really have any extra workers. And the worker count is pretty even, so yeah, I don't hate it for Creator. Even though like his opening felt very weak, now the follow-up, it didn't really directly deal damage, but it definitely made Shin sweat a little bit, and that was enough to kind of give him an edge again. I don't hate the position he's in. If he can get out some Colossi, like a double Colossi, would be pretty good against this army type as well. Very Ling heavy. Not many roaches yet. Would be a great addition. And he has a lot of vision here. There's one Phoenix going on over here. There's an Observer over here. He still does not see this army though. And that one Stalker is not going to be enough. Zealot and Stalker being warped in here. It's an interesting choice. Force fields to keep the ship battery alive. I'd love to see that move. Oh, that's a good force field. Trapping a lot of those Lings. Now, reinforcements coming across the map here. Push is commencing. Speed is about to finish up. Colossus number 1 is about to be out. But he does not have range. Colossus number 2 is just about to start here. He finally gets a glimpse of this army movement. He needs to know how now rotate down here. He's gonna throw down a couple of gates to try and add additional walls. Oh, that Prism Man. Now the Colossus is here, but it's not in a good position. There's not enough defensive units for it. Pick up a blink evacuation, but all the sentries are now kind of left alone there with these adepts in the front lines. Still, that being said though, adepts are doing better than I thought here. The Colossus being kept alive. Stalkers are doing decent. And this looks like a defense. Second Colossus popping at the right moment here for Creator. And he's gonna defend that push. Kind of a bungled execution in my eyes here on Shin. He was trying a little bit too hard maybe to chase down that Colossus. Wasn't really focusing on those Adept Sentry, which was enough to really clear out that Link Force in the end. And now it seesaws into the other direction here. We do have one more Colossus on the way. Of course, this is gooped currently, so it can't produce. But yeah, you can just push across the map here as Creator. You can warp in extra reinforcements. He didn't really lose that many probes. He is still looking at 86 workers here. Kind of needs to go for another Nexus, but yeah. The Colossus drop now. Casual Colossus drop. One is walking back, the other one's gonna get dropped into the Zerg face. And to be fair, there's actually a lot of area where he could deal damage. Now, Colossus' range is finally on the way. Something he was missing. Of course, it's also increasing the attack speed. So it's actually a very powerful upgrade. Range and speed. So we're looking at 7 range Colossus currently. I wonder, someone said it's 11 range. The range upgrade. Where it applies like double, because they shoot like 2 attacks. It kind of... Someone messed up the calculations there. And it like doubled the range from both attacks. So... Like +4. Yeah, let's see when that's gonna come through here. How much range it says. He's warping in a ton of stalkers here. And they're not gonna be terrible against banelings, but it always kind of comes down to the how many banelings are and the spot you're fighting in and stuff like that. Now there we are. It's done. Oh, that's a big snipe on those sentries. Now it says 9 range. I'm not sure if that's actually correct. Also a Phoenix scouting the main base at the same time here. We do have a Ling kind of posturing group here to the right. Throwing down a lot of static defense. Like if you throw down that many cannons, just get a full wall off, in my opinion. Static, it's infrastructure you need anyways eventually. And yeah, Shin is doing the Shin thing. 21 banelings on the way, 41 already finished up. That's 62 at a moment here. That's, if you think about it, it's only 31 supply of banelings. Which is kind of crazy to think about, right? But there it goes. A big attack, big flank here. Ravager's a little bit late to break those force fields, and another good set of force fields going to prevent a ton of those banelings to come in and connect. But it might just be too many. Oh my god, he has so many banelings. And War Prism, is it going to get sniped by the Biles? He needs a couple more, maybe 2 more to get one done. But he's going to try and focus on the Colossus for now. No, the War Prism gets away. He's gonna save 1 Colossus. The left side, kind of won here for Creator. Now, oh my god, another big connection there on those Biles. Last second blink out. But Shin's army is gonna get wrecked here, and Creator is gonna take the W. Shin GGing there. Was quite all in there, only on 66 workers. In the end, if we look at the workers active, it was quite far below what Creator was doing there. So, there we go into our next map. It's gonna be Neon Violet Square. Neon Violet Square. Please macro game. Please macro game. Sal. We all want to see a 90-minute map here on Neon Violet Square. There we go. In the bottom right of this beautiful map, we do have Shin, and in the top left it is Creator. Nexus first. Nexus first, let's go. No, he's not crazy. I mean, you're up 1-0. It's Neon Violet Square. You could just go Nexus first. Oh boy. Now, when is he gonna find out? This is kind of, this base is, like, air-wise, it's really close. By the way, look at that car, man. What is he doing over here? There's 2 cars, even. There's so many cars, but what are they doing there? There's no street. What's going on here with those cars, man? What's the story? It's like, God, I can't think of the freaking name. The movie. And one with Harrison Ford, and then they remade it recently. And Harrison Ford kind of turned up as an old guy. Like where they are like androids or something, and they don't even know it. And they commit crimes against people. They kill people or something, which supposedly they shouldn't be able to. Fifth Element also had flying cars. Yeah. God, I can't remember the name. If I Google it, it just pops up immediately. So he still doesn't know about exactly the gold base, but he can kind of guess because he saw the drone transfer. I need to Google this. Blade Runner. Of course, Blade Runner. Damn. So yeah, kind of like, looks like Blade Runner to me. Like this kind of dark atmospheric city thing. Kind of purplish, a lot of neon lights. And then those weird cars just standing on those ledges where there's no street. So yeah. Really reminds me of that one. And there we go. Creator going on with the first adept, but already Lynx and Queen in position here. So what's going to be the play for our Protoss player? Now, on Shin's sides, it looks like he's just kind of opening the standard, but with a gold base. And he will propel him into a stronger mid-game. And he can, well, take it anywhere where he wants to. He can either go and just expand from here and go into a late-game composition and turtle it up, or he can just go to a strong mid-tier, or sorry, mid-game push. Now, Creator needs to think what he wants to do against this. He's gonna rally a Oracle back into his base, but he doesn't have energy on the main nexus nor on the secondary nexus to overcharge. So even if this is rallied back, there's no overcharge ready. So yeah, he's gonna wait for 2 Oracles here. Now, the first attempt is gonna be just a Ling run all in, or sorry, Ling run in here from Shin. This Stalker needs to go in a good position here. Like here. Stalker. I guess this is... Was this blocked? I'm not sure. I don't think it was. But it's good enough. He showed the Oracle though, and he had to turn it on. So if he wants to go offensive with that one now, he needs to use the overcharge on that. Now Shin is still making drones. He's thrown down a Roach Warren here, and he's grabbing an extractor at that gold base. Interesting. And he's expanding outwards to a 4th base here. Twilight Council Forge on the way for our Protoss player. So probably grab that sweet charge. Might go into Blink first. It's a little bit of a weird game, so could be anything at this point. He's gonna scout, get a good scout here. He's gonna find the Queen, he's gonna find maybe a or 2 drones. 2 little drones on that gas. That's some nice micro, but didn't really do too much actually. Almost gonna kill the extractor. He's trying to stay out of range from this Spore. And the Spore has extra damage now. This is the new patch. I think it does 4 more damage or something. It's really crazy actually, how much more damage it does against the Oracles. Really big. There's like a comparison video somewhere on Twitter, and it's like insane. It's like so many seconds. I saw it somewhere. It might have been somewhere on YouTube. Oh, and we need to check out this girl dancing here, of course. Now Leia is on the way. Roaches again. One now. A recall on the double Oracle here. And Lynx are in a good position, but Oracle and the Depths are gonna save the day here. Was a nice wraparound though. A little bit of creep clearing, and yeah, not a real big sign where players want to go from now. We do have Blink on the way, no charge. There is no extra tech coming online yet. There's no extra bases coming online yet. They're kind of in a phase where they have to make choices now. Do we go for extra infrastructure? Do we go for extra tech? Do we go for extra income? And Creator is deciding for the income. He's going to throw down the Nexus on his back base, of course, which has only 4 mineral patches, but a double gas. So if you go into Templar tech from here, I'd really like that choice. But if you do anything else than that, I don't like it as much. Oracle is going to snipe a few drones here on the periphery of that 4th base. Hydralisk then is finished up, is going for some Hydra upgrades. Range upgrade on the way here. Gold base is starting to mine out 3 of the patches. So you want to think about maybe throw down another hatchery here soon as Shin. Overseer is going to get a good scout through the main base. Yeah, he's also going to find the Nexus in the back, and this should trigger another hatchery here from our Zerg player. And this is some good damage with these oracles, like having no overlord in this location to actually grant that high ground vision exactly when they attack is a little bit of a mistake. I mean, this overlord is here, but it's not correctly placed. Now opening up the map a little bit, we do have a ton of Hydras here actually for our Zerg player. Now he's sticking to his lair composition for now. He really wants to make this Hydra Ling attack work. And there we go. Coming in now with the big force. Nice stasis trap here. These links are there for tanking anyways, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're creating a wall where Shin doesn't really want to attack into anyways currently. Sniping that Oracle here, quick snap turn. He should get the base if he focuses this one. He's kind of focusing on the units for now. He's gonna get an Immortal. Charge is not done yet. Not really blinking back with those Stalkers. And yeah, Creator's gonna be broken. GG, Shin is gonna break him with this 4-base kind of timing push there. So it's like a Hydra lair timing push, right? Hydra Ling Roach. 540 APM against 270. We're looking at a 1-1. What's going to be the last map? Is it going to be King's Cove? Is it going to be Abyssal Reef? It's going to be Whispers of Gold. On the other side, Björn is already waiting, did apparently beat Gerald 2-0, and Trap is currently facing off against MaxPax, who barely won over Wayne in a 2-1. And Trap won over Rebellion 2-0. So that's the semi-final. MaxPax Trap currently going on, probably somewhere. I'd kind of guess Pick is casting that one because he's not here. And Björn is currently waiting for this one, and so are we. Last map of this best of 3, Whispers of Gold. And there we go. Shin against Creator starting up in a moment here. This map, of course, we do have a few things to talk about. So first of all, let's introduce the players. And that's already the first talking point about this map. In the kind of bottom right, we do have Shin. And in the kind of top left, we do have Creator. So first of all, these bases are attackable from both, like north and south, through air attacks. And there is a big airspace, dead airspace behind the natural, which is kind of located to north. So you can do like drops come from here from the north. You can hide them here in the north and then poke between the natural and the main base. The geysers are faced like not into that location, so they're like faced outwards. So when you come from the outside with a drop, for example, come in here, you can immediately attack both geysers. But on the other hand, if you hover over the airspace, the dead airspace, if you notice the natural geysers as well, they're pointed outwards. So if you are on that dead airspace, it's very difficult to actually go in and attack the Vespine geysers, the gas income. It's more easy to attack those mineral incomes from those positions here. And that's one thing to kind of note about this map, and I think that's about it. Other than that, it feels a little bit choky, but I haven't really played too many games on it yet. There's like sweet things here, like it's like a broken tank and like a Thor in production or something. Yeah. Other than that, we kind of have to see and wait how this is gonna develop, this map. It's got some cool visuals, I give it that. I really like the kind of sandy theme here, like the whispers of gold, of course everything kind of golden. I really enjoy it. I'm only mining with 2 on gas. Chasing. No, there we go. Third one on gas, yeah. Links chasing away the scouting probe here. Ideally you want to save this one, that's why you're kind of chrono boosting, boosting your adept across the map, and Shin is just gonna let it go. He saw the adept with the overlord, is gonna say, alright, get the links back to safety, don't want to lose those. Now queen against the adept. Adept tried to snipe the creep but didn't get the second shot off. And Oracle on the way, and again, it's rallied backwards. So we're gonna see if he wants to just overcharge this one, or if he wants to wait for 2 Oracles again. Now with Abyssal Reef, King's Cove, and Neon Violet back in the pool, why didn't we bring back Daybreak? Probably the most iconic map of StarCraft, in my eyes at least. We need an updated version of Daybreak. Few links. Trying to see what you could find here scouting wise. If you can pick up maybe a probe rallying here or there. What's that kind of plant thing? And this is the tank again, yeah. Now, this is like a gasoline stand, I guess. There you go, take your gasoline. This is pro-global warming or something, I don't know. There we go. Oracle is gonna grab a few links here, but already getting pushed out by these queens, not really finding too many impactful kills. The other side, pulling 1 Oracle at home and did not utilize the energy overcharge. Now, that being said though, these oracles have a ridiculous amount of energy. They have been literally doing nothing but just like, you know, playing with their feet at home basically. Lynx again, trying to poke in, but he sees, wait, there's another Oracle, so I guess I can't really do anything here, can I? He's gonna just rotate these Lynx back. He's gonna wait for some reinforcements and an opportunity. On the other side behind this, of course, his evolution chamber isn't really researching anything currently. That's a little bit of a, well, I don't want to say blunder, but yeah. There we go, starting up that +1 missile. Lair on the way here, and yeah, kind of happily mining on 3 bases. Really good income already here for our Zerg player. And now we do have an adept push, but they don't have glaives, so yeah. What are you gonna do? Why did you make so many adepts without glaives? Twilight is on the way, Forge is on the way, and he's just gonna pull back the adepts and try and rotate these oracles down here, but already too many queens in position. Can't really go in. Especially with that spore there sitting. He's just making adepts. Is he gonna get glaives? No, he's gonna go for charge. So I've seen Creator, I think it was Creator, do this once recently, and it didn't look good to me. Like he got a ton of adepts, which didn't do anything. They didn't get any upgrades, and then he went into charge, and eventually blink. And he lost the game because he didn't really have anything good in the mid game. I mean, look at this. Chargeless zealots now being dropped in. Meanwhile, these unglaved adepts are just chilling at home, doing nothing. I'm not a big fan, I have to say. Not a big fan. Now Storm's on the way. That's the same thing he did last time as well. And to complement this with Storm and High Templars. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure about this build. It feels like there's just so much inefficiency going on here with these adepts and these harassment zealots being chargeless. I mean, you could just harass with some of the adepts, can't you? They're not doing anything anyways, right? I mean, they're gonna be still good, decent in a fight against these Lynx, but if you have so many adepts, you can just get the glaives upgrade. I mean, it's not that big. It's 100. It's not that terrible of a investment there. It's like a zealot and 2/3 of a high templar or something. Half a zealot then. And I would make like 8 of your units, 9 of your units, way more powerful. But yeah, this is now the test, the true test. Can this composition hold this push? And he's gonna save both of these oracles. He's gonna try and rotate a zealot and 2 adepts, weirdly enough, out. And a storm is gonna push away Shin for now. And he has a transition set up anyways. He has a 4th base running. He has a 5th base on the way. This was just a small poke to see, hey, do we actually have units? Do we have the correct units? Yes, you already have Storm, so I'm just gonna fall back. And the Zealot is gonna find this base. These 2 adepts are just like sitting. And that Prism is also chilling here with 1 Zealot inside it. Now, Zealot coming in here. Adepts as well. They have a shade set up here, but 1 is not gonna reach his shade position. And die beforehand. Meanwhile, we had this one come in, but already getting bopped there by the Spinecrawler. The Zealot, that is. Air transition. Wow. Now 2 extra Stargates, both in the main base, and going up to 3 Stargates. Carrier Tempest. What's your choice? Now first you have to hold this attack, of course. Tons of lurkers, literally tons of them. Can't other describe this one. And yeah, he's gonna try and burrow some from the high ground. I'm not sure if they actually shoot here. They do. Oh my god, they do. Oh my god, that's such a good siege position. I mean, he doesn't even know they're here. He hasn't tagged them. He has so much energy on these oracles, he definitely needs to tag those. Even if he just like throws storms onto them. You might just lose this base. If he waits for the carriers, I'm not sure, man. Now Oracle's going in here. Sorry, Archon's going in here. Oracle's grabbing that tag, but Shin is just gonna rotate his lurkers a little bit forward. It's just gonna snipe the space. And Creator's saying like, alright, let's abandon this one, let's get another Nexus on the other side of the map. And let's not get you up on that ramp, but I think Shin can just force his way up here. He has so many units already on this high ground. Wow, that's a great storm though. Whoa. Stasis only grabbing one Hydra here. Good avoid by Shin. And he's gonna be happy and fine with that fourth base. He's gonna rotate down. Already going into +3 attack. Wow. That's a big one. No +3 on the way here. Shields. Indeed. So Creator really wants to go for that big air transition, but not on 3 base. I don't think so, Jose. Stasis Trap is gonna grab the units that are about to get stormed here. A little bit unfortunate. That's a great one. Oh! That's the first attempt I've seen someone use that lunge now it's called. Lunge. Oh my god, who came up with that? I hope this is gonna get fixed. Yeah, it's gonna be a dash. It's like a dash forward. He's gonna see these traps. Gonna snipe a Templar here on the side. There's a lot of storm still left, but you can like utilize this lunge, this dash to get out of storms, for example. You should use it like that, right? Now there are a few carriers, but it's way less than you need to actually fight off so many Hydras here. The Hydras are doing great for now. Standing strong, look, contain is up, and yeah, of course that base was killed. Now the air weapons is gonna get denied. Like if you go into that heavy air transition, I think as Creator you really want to start that air upgrade way earlier, don't you? Now carriers are trying to hold the line here, but I mean they're going to be fine against the roaches. The Immortals are not going to grow in numbers. Both of the robots are going to get picked off here in a second. There we go. Now we do have 6 carriers or something. So it's a lot of carriers, but they're kind of out of interceptors. There's only 18 interceptors. Yeah, 6 carriers, but no interceptors. He needs to build up some interceptors. Now lunging forward here. I hate that word already. And he's gonna maybe snipe a couple of these carriers. Gonna get one. Losing another base here, Creator, that is. Oh my god. Yeah, he has a High Templar now in his prism. And he's counterattacking. He has completely opened up this base to just get killed. He has another base, and he has a big air army. As I said, it's 6-7 carriers now, but they don't have any upgrades. They are 0 carriers. This army is gonna start creating some chaos across the map, and Creator might just try to kill this army and then like, alright, I have one base, but you have none. And you have no army thing. That might be the goal here, we're gonna see. He does have no mobile detection, I wanna say. Oh, that prism also did get picked off here. Let's actually have a look what the army is doing here across the map. I think, yeah, he's splitting a little bit too much. These Immortals are gonna get killed by the Hydralisks over here. Now, a couple Zealots trying to come in here for the save. Might be the clutch Zealots running in there at the exact perfect moment. Meanwhile, all of the Hydras did get picked off by these carriers. Now, you only have like a bunch of carriers. Can you win the map? Can you win the game with this? There's no money back in the bank here for Shin, and it's only 11 Hydralisks. If you clump up those carriers, 9 Corruptors, 11 Hydralisks, you might be able to take this. There's 65 interceptors at this point. He sees the army now. Shin needs to group up. He needs to bring his 3 queens. Actually, like really running low on anti-air here. Oh, if he can get any of these Corruptors, very big win here for Creator now. Trying to generate the counter damage threat here. That's the goal here from Shin. He's gonna go for the big base race. Now killing off that Hydralisk then is gonna be a big impact. You can always recall. You should recall. You should recall. Should probably recall, in my opinion. You should probably, I guess you lose anyways, right? I mean, there's not much left. He has enough for a Nexus. He has a few probes roaming the map. Now he loses again the Oracle. That's a big blunder. And yeah, he's just gonna snipe the base. And he's gonna recall now. But he will lose the Nexus. There is no detection. He still moves away! Shin moves away. Oh, if he can save this Nexus, that would be huge. I don't think there are any probes out on the map now. Now he's gonna save the base. He's gonna make an oracle. He has a few probes here in the corner. He's gonna start mining with one of them. And he's gonna chrono boost out an oracle. Now, he lives. On the other side, we do have 70 workers. An attacked economy. We do have 2 bases. We do have long distance mining. We do have an income that's at like 2,000 more than your opponent. And we do have a corruptor size of 20 at this point. And I think the time is running low here for Creator. Even 9 carriers are not going to be enough against 25 plus 1 corruptors. Remember, the carriers only have plus 1 shields. Now, Shin is kind of starting to buy time again with these lurkers just like randomly burying across the map. And he's gonna run in 3 more lurkers. Of course, Creator can't split up his army. But yeah, we're gonna go into a TVZ here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think these 9 carriers can push into this area here with a ton of Hydras, a ton of Corruptors. Things are gonna run out for Creator. He's gonna lose the first carrier, the second carrier is gonna down, third carrier on the way into the abyss. Number 5 is gonna follow soon, and GG is gonna be called. Shin is gonna take the series here. Creator a little bit indecisive in that base trade in my opinion, but was already in a bad spot while the base trade started.